I'm going to start recording it right now. There we go.
Hi, grumpy Italian.
No, so it's gonna be late.
Oh. Well done.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm brilliant now here. Look at this. And then we'll get started. We'll kind of tell you how this is going to go down. I'm just going to go live here. Look at me.
Jennifer.
Are you impressed?
Got it.
Oh.
Where's the measures at? I see one of them.
What? Wait, are you slurring already? It doesn't-
Yeah.
Jeez.
I saw Summer on here. Summer, is Pat with you?
Where's the measures at? I see one of them.
Diana, how do you change the name again, you said?
So if you hover over your picture, there should be, on my computer anyway, there's like 3 little red dots next to the mute button on your own picture.
Okay.
And then you can see rename and you can change it to Trina. What was it that it said for my name when I was on my very first director call? Merrick had changed my name to like Wicked Witch or
Yeah. Witch doctor or
Witch
witch?
something.
Miss
Trina's
Witch
like,
or something?
I think that's not the right word.
Your very first director call.
Yeah, yeah. Amazing. Okay, well, we might as well we're going to get started here. So excited to see so many faces on here, both men and women. And even if you don't have your partner here with you, that's totally okay. We are going to be recording it, but also I think it'll be helpful just for everyone to hear, what we have to say, and you can relay the message to your partner or not, depending on. Nick's like, so do I have to be honest? I'm like, if you don't have anything good to say, don't say anything at all. I'm just kidding.
Gotta go.
So we this was kind of an idea that came up during a training we were doing with Dave. Dave was, doing, and that's part of what we wanted to talk about, is his role kind of with their business. He was helping train our team, and the girls were like asking Dave questions like, what is it like? Like, how are you supporting Amanda? How do you, what's your role? Has it always been like that? Have you been supported from the beginning? And then a lot of the girls were like, yes, this is me. Like my spouse needs to hear this, or, whatever. So we were like, let's do a call. Let's do a couples call. So here we are. So I'm really excited to have Dave and Amanda and Trina and Jeremy do this call with us tonight. It's super fun, and we have some stuff to share. And then we're gonna you guys can ask questions. You can either unmute the men. So the men do have a Zoom call. So that was another thing we were gonna talk about. Dave would know more about it. I'll let him talk about that. But I know that they have like a Men of Monat, like, I don't know if it's weekly or anyway, I'll leave that to Dave. But we'll talk about that. So we're going to each kind of share a little bit about what the business looks like for us as a couple. You guys can ask questions. And then we have some fun trivia at the end where we're going to be giving away some man-friendly prizes like beer and Monat hats and stuff. So that got Devin's attention. That got him out of bed. Nick's like, I can't wait to win all the things. I'm like, you're speaking, you don't get to win. But
Oh, Nick, come on. I didn't know. I thought I did.
at least he took his Pert Plus t-shirt off for the call. That was good.
Oh my God.
Man, I want a Pert Plus t-shirt. I'll go get one.
Okay, so I'm going to start by introducing Trina and Jeremy Mosier. They have been amazing. We've seen them together since I started. Like, Jeremy's always been very present in Trina's business. And I can't wait to hear their story's pretty awesome. So I'm pretty excited to hear from them. So Trina and Jeremy, if you guys want to share a little bit about what this business looks like in your house.
You want to go?
Okay, I guess I'll start off. I don't know how far back you want to go, but I mean, kind of some husbands or spouses maybe not be on board right away, but I kind of was, just from the situation that we were in. I was like, yeah, okay, let's dive in his head, all the way. So I mean, she really took it and ran with it. I just want to be supportive of it, really. So it's just a kind of, I do a lot of things behind the scenes, I guess. I don't think I've ever recruited anyone, maybe once or something like that. But but it's all the stuff I kind of maybe pick up the slack around the house so she can do more things that are like income producing. So she can, write and talk to potentials and all that kind of stuff. So I don't mind doing like the dishes and cleaning up and stuff like that if she's going to be, trying to get some more people on board and whatnot. So that's one thing I try to do to help out around. But another thing I do for the actual business is like mailing things out. She hates mailing things out. So she's like, okay, I need this, this, and this to go to these 3 people. It's like, all right, give me the names. I'll look them up in the back office, and just sit on the kitchen counter and put those out. So that's another thing that I try to help out with. But I think the biggest thing is just her knowing that I have her back and that I support what she's doing. I think one of her strengths is, what we were talking about earlier is we want to have a safe space for, allowing to fail or allowing for trial and error, because I know neither one of us went to school for entrepreneurship. Probably a lot of people in this business didn't either. So it's a lot of trial and error, and sometimes that trial and error costs money, and sometimes it takes up time. So, but some things fail, but there's also a lot of things that don't fail. So one thing that I find really good at is just like going up. This is what I need to do. I'm going to do it. I'm not going to overthink it. And a lot of times it works out. So obviously it's worked out so far.
Yeah, but I mean, there's been some things that I invested in with my business, and it was like, that was a total waste of money. Or even if I do like a really big incentive campaign and nobody really goes on board with it, and I end up like, forking out a lot of money and it doesn't really do anything. Well, we try. And, all the way back to like, for a couple of years there, I was like hiring people to do like my content and all that kind of stuff on Instagram. And I've spent so much money on that. And then, that was kind of a trial and error fail, but it actually like, it taught me how to become a better writer and a better, producing content, even though that was kind of a fail and a waste of money, spending all that money getting somebody else to do that for me. So, yeah, like today I needed to invest a big chunk of money for something that I want to do in my business. And I was like, okay, I need to ask you a question. And I just came out and told him, and I was like, is there money on the credit card? And he's like, yeah, put it on the business credit card. And, that's kind of what we sparked. And I'm like, maybe it will work, maybe it won't. But, it's a business expense. And I know Diana's going to touch on that a little bit too. But I mean, like you've also, he has a little bit of background in photography. So he's done some flat lays for me. If you ever see any of my reels that don't have my face, like they're just of products, like really cool, different angles and stuff like that, I tell him what I need. I'm like, okay, there's a flash sale. Can you make, products flying out of a grab bag for me? And he'll set that up and do that for me. So he does a lot of things behind the scenes, but it's like the heartbeat of my business. It really is. So I couldn't function things. I probably would have a burnout by now if I did all of these things myself. So
yeah, it's a lot of things that I do. It's just like, you have a personal assistant. That's
yeah,
very good thing to do it.
you're my bitch.
Oh, easy now. But no, one of the things is like, this is a business and there's a lot of like the business accounts, and we gotta do taxes, so we gotta make sure all of our receipts are in order. So I try to handle that as much as I can. So she doesn't have to worry about that too. So.
Yeah, Lori J said, and you feed us at all events. So we've had
Yeah.
like events at my house where we've done things where like we went to a retreat. The last retreat we did before COVID, he cooked all of my girls a full turkey dinner. You'd be proud, Dave. He made everything while we sat back and played Minute to Win It and drank. And then all of a sudden, our Christmas turkey dinner was on the table for us. And when I have events at the house, he like stays in the kitchen and like just brings all the food and stuff to us as well. So he just makes, you know, the business of being present to my market partners and being present in my business so much more enjoyable and fun and smooth.
I can tell you this, and I have to, Jeremy's a very, if you don't know Jeremy is a very quiet individual. He's pretty reserved. And I will 100% say, Jeremy, if everyone had a Jeremy, if I had a Jeremy, well, if I had a Jeremy, I'll tell you what. But I'm telling you, Jeremy is a behind the scenes. He's like, when you have the wedding planner and nothing goes wrong, it's because you have a Jeremy. And I've seen Jeremy do things for Trina. I've seen him do things for the team. And Jeremy is 100% committed. Nothing might not work out 100% all the time, but the fact that he's there and supporting his wife and her business and her success, that is 100% worth that in any dollar value. Jeremy's an amazing individual, and those two work so well together because of the team that they are. They're both, you know, opposites when it comes to what they do, but that's what makes them so strong. And I wanted to point that out because I don't want people to think Jeremy is the guy who just sits around, does what he's told. Jeremy busts his ass to make Trina successful, and that's what a true team does. You help each other out the way it's supposed to be.
I was totally joking. I know people know that.
Oh no, I know, but I'm saying I 100% you are. But it's that's how it is. Jeremy is a huge help to Trina, and just by him being committed and wanting to be there to help her out to create that success, that's what makes you guys work so well together. And you know, I can 100% tell you that I've seen it and I know it works. They're awesome together.
I really appreciate it, Dave. All the compliments. I'll send you the EMT. Don't worry, okay?
I was gonna add that it's true. Like, I mean, this is kind of like Jeremy's awesome. He really is. But when I was staying with them this summer, and I know just his head is getting so big. Nick's gonna crush that real soon. But no, I'm just kidding. He's not asked to do these things. That's his like way of just being there for Trina and I think her friends. And you know, he was like, do you need anything? Just very, very, anyway, he's very supportive. And so it doesn't always have to be business related. Although I think Nick could pick up slack on mailing stuff for me because I also don't like to do that. So thank you, Jeremy, for that.
Trina, is he on your payroll?
Actually, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So next we're gonna hear from my uplines, Dave and Amanda Barrett. And yeah, the way that they work their business is very different than the way that me and Jeremy does. Some stuff are the same, but I know that Dave takes a little bit more of an active role in the actual business and income producing activities as well. So yeah, share with us what you guys do together.
So yeah, see, look, right away. So talk first.
I wasn't sure if we were muted or not.
So yes, very different role, but I will say, you know, people will see Dave on the front end of things because he trains and he does all those things. But on the back end, Dave couldn't tell you how to log into my back office. Dave has never mailed a sample for me.
That's not true.
It's 100%
I've returned a lot of things.
Okay. Like it's, you know, so just because you see someone doesn't mean they're doing more. Any little bit helps, and however you make that work into your relationship, that's all that matters. It's having that support and what works for you, right? So, you know, it's always a struggle. If you guys know Dave and I well, you know we are like both alpha. We are literally the same person. We probably are brother and sister in another lifetime.
Ooh, gross.
We are like, it's brutal how much we don't get along, but we are 100% perfect for each other. It's just, you know, and the girls, you train my team and the girls are like, why isn't Amanda on here? Well, it's really hard to have your husband train you. and tell you how to do things, right? That's a struggle in itself. So, it's all about finding that balance. And he's so amazing to be there. And he's really great at talking to people. So if your husband's like outgoing like Dave is, then it's so much easier for a guy to say to another guy, dude, you're thin in a bit. You need to call my wife.
I don't sound like that. I'd say, dude.
He used to wash guys' hair in the oil field.
I did.
In sinks in the kitchen of the houses, of the little shacks.
And I think what it is like with Amanda and I, and what she's saying is, everyone has a different type of personality and everyone has different skill sets. Now, my background with my previous occupations and my previous career, adult education, investigations, very hands-on, very alpha. So a lot of the things that you're doing, you have to be decisive. So that's kind of like my role with adults. Like I know how to talk to people. I understand personalities and I can read people very well. I'm a pretty good judge of character. Not only that, from my background, I had a huge, extensive sales background from the time my father used to own a pawn shop. So basically growing up, with a pawn shop at my disposal with my father, I watched my father build relationships, not sell things. He built relationships with his customers who would then in turn come in and exchange a product for another product, but it was always needs-based. So anything that someone needed, people don't go to pawn shops because they want something, they go there because they need something, or they have to get rid of something, or they need assistance getting something else. So I had that skill set of being in sales and entrepreneurship. It was always in me. So for me, sales came, very easily. I can talk, everyone knows that. But with Amanda is a different approach. Amanda doesn't like to be upfront. She doesn't want to be in front of the camera. She hates social media. She just wants to sit back and look at numbers, and she wants to be like, okay, this is this. Okay, do this, do this, do this. And you know what? Everyone has a different skill set. And it's very frustrating for couples who come into this business, or even a single person, and says, hey, I need help from my spouse. The first thing I think everyone needs to do is figure out, how can I help my spouse? What are my skills? What are their skills? How can we work together to make this business successful together and happy? When this first started, I was not on board at all. I'm working in the oil field. I'm gone for up to sometimes 2 or 3 months at a time. I work for 6 weeks straight. I'd have training somewhere or a course or an investigation I had to do. It wasn't just in one place. It was all over the place. So if your husband is very busy and wants to, let me see what it says.
Nothing to do with it.
That's fine. You know what? If your husband's very busy and wants nothing to do with it, he has his own career. Selling shampoo isn't for everybody. All your husband has to do is you guys need to sit down and figure out, just like any other occupation, your husband's busy, what's your schedule? Because it's only fair to be 50-50. If he's working and you're working, this is my opinion, you can take it as it is, but you have to respect your spouse's choice for what it is that they do, the time they have to spend, but you have to make sure your IPAs are in line, all right? So if your income producing activities, you're doing something, you're not just sitting there scrolling through TikTok laughing at, funny cats and kittens, and produce something. If you can sit there and figure out what it is you actually have to do and what you're doing, and you can set a schedule and make sure you're doing something that's producing income, then it should be shared. So if he doesn't want to be part of it, he doesn't have to. Just get his support.
Yeah,
let him
pick
know.
up the slack with the kids. You got a call like this. It's bedtime for the kids, then let him put the kids to bed
Yep.
for you. You got a training call and you just had supper, and well, you know what? Maybe he can do the dishes, or it doesn't matter what they do. It just matters that they do something.
Yep.
Like anything should be 50-50. That's just
Someone used
fair.
an example, and this was like, if like a plant. When you think of how a plant grows, it needs nurturing, it needs water, and it needs a clean, healthy environment for it to grow, most plants. So if you have like a relationship or you have a business, in order for anything to grow, you have to have a couple of important things. You have to have, a clean, healthy environment to thrive in. That is a relationship with you and whoever your spouse is to help work on that relationship to make it grow, okay? If your business is going to suffer, it's because it's toxic or because you're not getting the time or effort it needs to be put into something. And again, just like a plant, you need to give it sun, you need to give it water. just like the effort you put into a relationship and you put into a business, you need support. If that plant is getting the energy and the environment that it needs, it will grow. It's like anything. This business, you need energy, you need support, and you have to be able to grow. And in order to do that, that support is number one. With Amanda, I can tell you 100%, she works super hard. She doesn't stop. And it still drives me crazy because I'm that OCD. I'm like, I gotta get in, I gotta help you, I gotta help you. She works at her own pace. So I've learned to let her do her own thing at her own pace. And I help with the things she prefers me to help with because it's something she doesn't want to do. But again, together we fill in the gaps for each other. Find out what your gaps are. Find out what it is that you can do together. And then find out what it is that you can't do it all together. And then figure out a plan how to work from there. That's the best way to do it. And for those of you who don't, your spouse wants nothing to do with it, educate them on what it is you actually do. Again, when we first started this business, I didn't know MLM.
I wasn't good.
I didn't know what I needed to be educated. Once I seen the big picture, once I was educated on what it is that you actually were doing, okay, so that makes sense now. But make sure your spouse gets educated on what it is that you're actually doing, and let them know you're passionate about it, or if you're not passionate but you want to make some extra money, or if you want to be just part of a group of people that are like-minded, let them know why you're doing this. They have to know why you're doing this and educate them on how this business works. And that's all I can say. Just get support and bring them to an event. I'll talk to any guy who's new in the business and say, listen, this is what I do. And guess what? I can sure as heck tell you this beats sitting in minus 52-degree weather on a rig, looking at someone who injured themselves and have to do 45 pages of reports and then fly back to Calgary and fight with a bunch of people who wants to blame somebody. So I'll sell shampoo all day. I don't even have any hair, guys. Come on. If I can do this, you can do this. Let's be honest.
Oh my God. All right. Who we got? We got Diana and Nick. Okay, these two. We just had the pleasure of spending some fun-filled days with them in the Dominican. Yes. And they are some of our favorite people, and they are just a kick-ass couple. And yeah, you guys are awesome together. Sure. How do you do it?
Let's hear it, guys.
I wasn't told I was going to give a presentation, so
Where's your cheat sheets? Where are your
I'm
notes?
not speaking tonight, right? I'm like, no. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I don't do really anything in the business itself other than direct all her reels and
He does all my editing.
Yeah, no, I mean, I like Jeremy, I do the taxes. I don't want to organize her receipts because I can't find them all, but I do the taxes, and I encourage them to get done and on time and stuff. So
They're right here.
I'm kind of this is what I do. They're all over the office.
Oh my God.
That's just gas. But at the beginning, I guess if I go back to the beginning, I wouldn't say I wasn't supportive, but I didn't get it. Like Dave said, I didn't really understand what it was all about. And all I knew was that it was taking up all her time. And then at the time she was working dental. So it was dental full-time, shampoo at night. And again, didn't really get the idea of it, but over time, and it probably took a little while, like even probably over a year, just kind of coming to accept, that this is what she wants to do and this is what she likes doing. And I was always a chore person. I did everything anyway, and then which sort of, I guess,
Just grew.
fit the mold, right? So I don't know if Diana's done a dish in 4 years, but
Actually, I did the dishes the other night, and you rearranged the dishwasher because it wasn't good enough.
wasn't efficient.
So there's that.
yeah.
So why bother?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
Jeremy's laughing because he probably does the same thing. So Trina probably does not load
If
her
you
own
fill
dishwasher.
if you fill the dishwasher wrong once, it's going to take you 2 loads to do, the same amount of dishes. Anyway, so I was always.
I'm sorry, but I have to tell you, if any guy's on here right now and your wife is not loading the dishwasher correctly,
Yeah.
we understand your pain. We get it. Twice is not right.
The bowls don't go this way, right? They go upside down.
Did you see this? Nick is out. So Nick is the cleaner upper, really. We had a Monations event here and Nick was vacuuming confetti off of our front grass the next day.
Plastic confetti.
Vacuuming.
It's not biodegradable. So
With
you
a
have to
vacuum.
you could see it for a year in our grass. But yeah, so I guess, when we had events at the house and stuff, I would linger around like a
eat the
creep in the back. I'd disappear for a while, and then when everybody was gone and there was food left, I'd come down and eat it, and then I would do the full tidy up as people are leaving and stuff like that. So, I help in that way. There's probably more I do to actually help you. I'm trying to think.
You help me with my collection.
I appear at different races, Monat event races.
The
And
5K race for gratitude.
Jeremy doesn't have one of these, but maybe if there's no one else racing, he'll get one.
Oh, he's totally gone to get his trophies.
Oh, is he? Okay.
You know what? They really include the guys a lot. And I do think that once Nick, that's a smaller one though than yours, Nick. But yeah, very good job, Jeremy. Very good job.
Those aren't official.
But you coming on the trips, and I think the guys, even like when we were in Dominican with these guys, and then also some of the other spouses that came on, that's how we met Russell. We met Devin and Allie and like a bunch of them, like through these trips and having them at events. And
no, the trips are valuable. And I don't think you might have gone on 1 or 2 trips without me at the beginning, but then I was going on the rest of them. And that was, again, meeting guys and be able to talk to the guys. And even the last trip that we went on to Dominican, Pat Summers' husband was there for the first trip he ever went on. And I don't know, I think he loved it, and he got a good sense of what it was like to get involved in the whole scene and the society, I guess you want to call it. So yeah, they're very valuable and fun times to go on these trips. So not that that's a hard thing to do. I'll go on any free trip, but but they're great. But yeah, I guess, I said it before, the key thing I think for me was just learning not to complain about things and just sort of accepting the way things are. And sure, she spends a little more time, doing Monat stuff in the evenings or on weekends or stuff, but it's not really a big deal. I'm not babysitting my kids, they're my kids, so I can spend time with them. And it's just sort of, kind of coexisting with our 2 careers. And it's really just being accepting of it.
And as far as like objections, I think we were going to go into like questions, or kind of, it's not all fun and games all the time. Like there's definitely some things that I'm sure other spouses are feeling the same way or have felt like. One of the things I wanted to talk to you guys about tonight was just about business money and building these organizations and having separate money in your purse. And this is something that we really had to learn because we do share a bank account. So the business money was going right into our personal account. So anytime I would invest in like an event, Monations or any type of incentive, or I buy a purse for somebody on my team, it was like, it was coming right out of our business, our personal money. Right. So he was like, and he's the cheapest person that ever lived. There's nobody cheaper than Nick.
You can buy
maybe
purses
Jeremy,
for $5.
maybe Jeremy. They are very similar.
Yeah.
He's like Carmine, maybe. So it was really, that was a very big strain on us because I think he didn't really get it. I'm like, you sometimes have to spend money to make money, or you need to invest back into the people that are making this business grow for you and show your love and appreciation. So when we really separated things and separated, this is business money, I make money from it, but that's business money. And it's completely really, it's changed.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's a shift. So even if you're not an incorporated business or whatever, just even having separate accounts might be helpful for you to realize that, to separate this as a business thing and it's not really affecting my or I guess our income to spend on the family. So that was helpful.
Yeah.
I find, because I don't really pay attention to it at all anymore either. So lots of shit shows up at our house and I don't even care anymore.
Oh my goodness.
Right.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But, and then, and also like on social media, he's not a big social media person, but he does it. I know he does it for me. Like, I think we can banter back and forth. He's kind of, Jen's like, he loves social media. Who are we kidding? It's a numbers game to Nick. I think he helps me with that. It might sound like it's not a lot, but I think his presence on there, tagging me and stuff and participating and, engaging with our friends or other spouses out there, I think it helps in general, like little things like that.
Yep.
Does anybody have any questions for either of the couples or all of the above, or something that you guys are experiencing in your business or relationship business wise or anything?
I have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so like when you're sitting on the couch and you're monating on your phone, and your husband's like, "Hey, Allie, look at this, look at this, look at this," and I'm like,
What is he showing you?
"Dude,
First of
like,
all,
leave me
what's he trying
alone."
to show you?
And then the cat, he just wants to show me how cute the cat is because the cat loves him and is snuggling with him and whatever. But I'm like, "Ah!" I'm like, I'm working. Like, don't you get it?
Jealous.
How do you deal with that without like wanting to rip his face off?
First of all,
Louis, Amanda, look at Louis. Hey, Louis. Hey, look, Amanda, look. It's Louis. Look, are you looking?
I'm
Amanda,
busy.
I do the same thing. And,
God.
you know, we need to feel important too, okay? So when you're sitting there monating and TikToking and Twittering and all the other stuff you guys are doing, I need someone to pay attention to me too. So there has to be a time when you guys are doing what it is. Listen, I'll be on YouTube, I'll be watching something completely irrelevant. And I don't care what she's doing, but she needs to look now. Look now at that cat on the fence, it's gonna fall off. Look. So I need you guys to understand, you know, women, we still need love to pay attention to us. But guys, at the same time, if they are working, that'll only happen a few times. They'll start throwing things at you. So just leave them alone.
Balance.
Yeah. I think
Or
it's
watch
important. We're
TV
not,
in a different room.
I think it's important to go out like on date nights if we can. I mean, it's a different world we're living in right now, but really taking time to focus on your relationship just in general. Like, even if you're just parents, not just parents, but you know, we've got so much going on. Dave's drinking wine from a freaking box. But we have so much going on that just taking time for your spouse as a whole, I think will make you just stronger as a couple and be able to.
I do have a recommendation for women when you suggest to put on a movie and then you start monating all through the movie that I didn't want to watch or that your husband doesn't want to watch. Don't do that. Right?
I love how monating is like is it a verb?
I don't know. Apparently.
Monating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find myself, one thing that I tend to do now is if I like, she's on the sofa in the living room, I'm like not close to her, I'll keep looking over. Okay, now I can talk. So it's just like, once the thumbs stop,
Yeah.
and she's like, okay, now I can ask you a question. Or now I didn't know the voice notes on Messenger, they don't have a time limit, apparently.
I saw those come in. Shayna was sending us some today that were a few minutes long.
Yeah, so she's at the island. She's at the island doing a voice note, and I really want some ice, the ice maker, and it's loud. So I knew that would like mess her up, and just, you know, mess up the voice note. So I'm sitting there, so okay, I know this thing's only 1 minute long. I'm just gonna wait till she's done her 1 minute in the voice note, and it kept going, and it kept going, and it kept. It's like that's more than a minute. What's going on? But yeah, anyways, it's just I'm kind of playing around, but it is. I know that she's working. It's one of those things that I try to remind myself all the time. Yeah, it's 9 o'clock on a Tuesday or whatever. She's on her phone, but 9 times out of 10, she's working. So she's making us money, you know.
And,
I love
something
that,
else
Jeremy.
people,
Wait for the thumbs to stop. That'll be the new rule in our house.
yeah. I think what some people have to understand too is that, you know, all the ladies who are in Monat and they have a customer who messages them, you know, yes, you have to have your private time, and I get that, but at the same time, you know, it's important to make a customer, especially VIPs and your people who are bringing money in on a regular basis that are ordering from you over and over, get to them as soon as possible. I get that. But you also have to set a balance on what time of day am I done dealing with people. If it's not an emergency, you need to leave us alone because people have lives too. So, you know, what I tell Amanda, and Amanda wants to help everyone right away, right now. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. You know, she peed herself, she wet herself in bed, she can't move, she'll sit in it because, you know, she has to reply to someone who needs to find a bottle replacement because product froze when it was delivered in the mail. So what you have to understand is you just got to let the women do what they have to do at the time, but just say to them, say, listen, I need 10 minutes. okay, or I need 15 minutes, I promise, like I've been using this, I've been saying to her now, okay, when it's something I need right away, I'm like, okay, Amanda, pause. Okay, pause, because I need your attention right now. So when you have a safe word, all right, other than the other one that you use for other things,
This is our 50 Shades of Monet.
50 Shades of Monat, right? And so you have to set up a time, because listen, this is one of the big confrontation things that happens between couples, because someone's not getting attention for whatever reason, and it's because you don't understand what's happening. So explain, say, hey, you know what? Explain to the person, listen, I have a customer here right now. It's not a huge deal, but I need to get back to them because this person needs this resolved. I want it taken care of. Give me 15 minutes and you can go back to talk to the person. And you know what? Safe word, whatever you want, something fun. Hey, listen, we can go back and start watching Cobra Kai in 15 minutes as soon as I'm done with this call, right? So whatever does you have to do, or what if you're watching the hillbillies on the road in their RVs, that whatever show you watch on YouTube, it is what it is. But I need you guys to understand, they need to work, but you guys have to set a specific time that's for you alone. If you stop taking time for each other and everything is about business, work, and your kids, there has to be you and her, or he and he, or she and she, whatever it is. You need to set time for each other. If you don't do that, it will constantly be friction and nothing will be resolved.
That's just relationship 101 though.
Yeah.
That's just, that's
Can
not
I want to address the question that Mel made in the chat, because I think even Nick pointed out it's a really good question, and I'm sure Dave can answer it really well because he's good with stuff like that. But what if big enough money isn't being made yet and they don't get it? And I can relate to that, because I do think that's probably why it took a little longer for Nick too. Like, just in general, I was making good money with my other job, and I think it did once the paycheck started coming in, he was like, okay, this is actually like really good. How do you get their support right away without?
So that there is like anything. So someone wants something bad enough, but someone else doesn't understand what they really want. So it's important for you to let your spouse know that this means everything to you and you want to make it happen. Okay. At the same time, you have to understand it has to be income producing activities. If your husband sees you sitting there on TikTok in front of the TV and you're not being relevant, or you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing to work your business, they're not going to understand what it is you're really doing. So share what it is you're doing. Set goals for yourself. In our training that when I meet with you, what do we talk about all the time? What are your goals for the month? What are your goals for the quarter? What are you doing today that's going to bring you income next week? What have you done today to set you up for tomorrow? As long as you can say you're doing that, don't worry about the income now. Because if you just focus on the money, it's not going to come. People who chase money run out of money quick. The people who are building relationships and doing the right things and having the proper income producing activities are the ones who are going to succeed and benefit. So that will come. You have to let them understand that. And there are some points where you're going to be spinning your tires. Get on team trainings. Talk to people who are doing well. What are you doing to help you make that big money? I need to learn. Get involved. There's a lot of people who say, I'm working this business, I'm doing it, but they're not. They're showing up and they're not doing income producing activities. They're not doing what they need to do. Get plugged into people who are leaders that can help you. Diana can do it. Trina can do it. All you ladies on here who are working your day-to-day business, it only comes down to duplication. And the person who's doing the best is duplicating the best. So follow the person who's duplicating the most, and I need you to follow them and do what they're doing. The money will come. At first, it sucks. It does, but it will come.
And you have to remember, like, no matter what business, it's not necessarily network marketing. At least with network marketing, it's a low investment. You might invest $250, $400, whatever, $1,000 maximum, even if it takes time to build up that income. If you're opening a brick and mortar store of some sort, it's going to take you so long to see a paycheck. So, you got to really look at that bigger picture too. I think we're very fortunate in our industry that we can at least tell our spouse, listen, I've long made my money back here. Now I'm going for the big cheese here. Like, this is.
I mean, come on. I'm a prime example of that. Dave gave me $50,000 to open a restaurant, and it's cost us over $100 in the hole.
Yep.
Worst investment ever. Monat was $150. I didn't even get a product pack when I signed up. I signed up with a starter kit.
And I'm still not allowed to go to all you can eat sushi on Thursdays because it's too expensive.
And they're $1 million earners, you guys. So I don't know who's the cheap one in the relationship.
Amanda is.
Apparently, Amanda.
I'm not saying anything.
But hold on. Then I signed up my sister because then I wanted a product pack. So I'm like, you gotta sign up so I get this product pack. Because when I signed up, I got a starter kit. I didn't get a product pack because I need one. I need to get
Did your sister end up being a Cadillac earner with that product?
Yeah, but she signed up first. Yeah, she signed up first years ago. And then she quit and didn't do anything. And then signed up again 3-4 years later. So.
Quit, didn't do anything.
But I initially signed up with only the starter kit.
Funny. Well, there you go. $1 million later. It's been a good journey for you guys.
Not bad.
Yeah. Now I want to throw this out there because when we first talked about doing this, and it's the questions that the husbands have. Now the husbands might not come out and ask the questions here right away. They might feel intimidated or whatever, and that's fine. But if at any point you have questions about the business and you want to learn something from a man's perspective or from a spouse perspective, make sure you reach out to Diana and Nick or Jeremy and Trina or myself and Amanda. Like, it's, what's that? What?
I thought you were saying, like, don't talk to me. You can message them first. Message Nick.
No, I'm including us all. Inclusive.
Yeah.
Call Jeremy first. He will definitely tell you how to fix it. But it's 100% like this is a group of people from the time we started with the business, and I learned about the business from Jeremy and meeting Nick and even Russell I knew years ago, and then we come in contact with each other again. Everyone has a different path in life. Everyone's down a different road. Everyone's days are different, but this business is the same. Share what it is you have concerns with and figure it out, because I'm telling you, I've seen the rewards. Jeremy's seen the rewards. Nick has seen the rewards. It's very important that you guys help your spouse. And if it isn't for you and it doesn't work out, at least you walk away with a great group of people that try to support you and help you do or overcome something you were looking to overcome. And, we're here for everyone on our team, up, down. We're here for you guys. And I know for a fact, like Amanda takes everything personal. So if you have something to say and you want to hurt someone's feelings, start with her.
It must be an Amanda thing, I guess. Hey, Amanda.
It's just, all you're going to do is you're going to toughen her up a little bit for me. So just pick on her first.
I like box water.
Did anybody talk about Monat gear yet? Like, that's something. I don't know if anybody mentioned it. Like, just wearing the stuff that your wife buys you.
Nick doesn't do his own shopping, so if I just show up with like hats and sweaters and pants and like
I'm wearing 3 things.
He's like has the most Monat gear ever. And that's good enough. Like he's brought in people. Like he's still on social media with his gear on and supporting me that way. So
you have to tell us where you get the men's Monat gear, guys.
Yeah. So I think this is just from the gear store. This is like a Nike branded Monat sweater. This we had made. Actually, we have some to give away tonight. So hopefully you have fast fingers.
It's Monat gear.
Yeah. Or have it
when
made.
When they come out with Monat underwear, I'll start wearing underwear.
TMI.
I heard they're coming out with a Men of Monat's moisturizing growing cream.
They're really trying to work that angle, hey?
Yeah.
The numbers are now.
Smells like
going
rosemary
down.
and lemon.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's fun. I think it's important for them. Like, I think Nick thinks he's best friends with like.
No, I don't think.
He brought his spike ball net to a trip, and now he's pretty much
spike ball
best friends with like all these like husbands that I look up to their wives, and I'm like, oh my gosh, he's a celebrity. He's like, oh, it's just my best friend Tyler or whatever. And I'm like, oh my God, how do you know him? So like they make their own friends in the company and then banter back and forth.
I'm like, get out of here, I'm playing spike ball.
Tyler.
That's the best part, you guys. We all know that community is one of the top 3 reasons to be a part of Monat, hands down. And that doesn't just mean for us, because I've seen it with Dave and Jeremy and Nick. We got Boston, we got Russell, Summer's husband,
Jackie's
It's amazing. I
husband
mean,
comes on all
that
the
real
Ian.
almost paradise.
Oh man, that almost paradise. I look fresh.
Right? Like that just says it all right there. You know?
We were missing Jeremy though.
We
We were
were.
missing Jeremy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what? I'm glad Jeremy wasn't there because he's probably in better shape than all of us. So Jeremy, glad you weren't there.
Thanks, bud. Thanks.
Jeremy was too busy staying home running marathons so he can beat Nick on the next race.
Still won't. He doesn't even train.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, well, if there's
Well, I
any
think we
other,
have some trivia.
sorry.
I think we have some trivia.
Yes, we have
Yes,
some trivia.
trivia.
So the trivia, we kind of designed them for the spouses to participate. So hopefully get your spouse on their fast fingers. You can help them, but they're pretty basic Monat questions. So this is like a learning experience for them. Some of them are just meant to be funny, and I just want to see what the guys say. So we have 10 questions. And so you're going to just comment in the chat, same as what we do on our calls, girls. So it's like fastest fingers. Trina's going to enter all the winners. And then we've got 2 Monat hats, trucker hats for the guys. And then we have a $50 beer gift card to a brewery close to you, or Starbucks or coffee if you prefer. Yeah, so we're going to do some
I'll get ready.
trivia.
I'll get ready to type.
Oh, you're not participating. Just kidding. But we would love to see all the guys' faces. Like, try to turn your cameras on. We'd love to get some engagement. I know it's late for some of you guys there. Some of you are probably in bed. But if you want to turn cameras on, and yeah. Okay, are you guys ready? The first question is, what does IPA stand for? There's 2 answers, really.
Not safe.
There we go. Awesome. I think Devin and Mike were the first ones. Yay!
Nice work.
I know which answer I like.
We really liked the Indian
Mhm.
Pale Ale one, was the one we were going for, but
Correct.
just kidding.
Clarification question. Can people win 2 things?
I think they can, well, maybe they can like go in twice, but they can't like physically win 2 prizes. How does that sound?
Like, what if Devin has the fastest fingers of all mankind and he wins?
Yeah, they can go in the draw, but when I draw it and say Devin and Mike win, then I'll take their name out so that the next 2 people. But if you are the fastest fingers and it's all 10,
you get more entries into the draw, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. All right, so Mike and Devin, you're still in. Get those fingers going. I know those are Mike's fingers that texted that. Okay, so what is the annual race that Jeremy always beats Nick at?
This is a trick question.
Does anybody know what the race is for? Why we
Oh.
do the race?
right on the toilet.
I love it. I think the first one was Allie and Devin, just because they put the gratitude race. So yeah, well, Bob and Gabrielle had
It's a
5K
tough
too,
one.
but it was, I don't know, it's a tough one. It's a gratitude race. So the company does a gratitude race at all the leader summits, and there's like a really old person section, which Nick runs in for really old people. And then the young ones get to run in their own section. So Nick and Jeremy win the old person section.
We get
Just kidding.
We get a head start.
So who do you think, Trina, who wins that one? Is it the 5K in general or 5K gratitude?
I say what you said, the gratitude.
Okay, awesome. So congrats, Allie and Devin. Bob and Gabby, you just got to get those fingers moving again.
Bob couldn't spell gratitude, so that's why he didn't write it.
Oh, not in front of his son. Okay, number 3. Name one thing that could come out of money business to help grow and support the business. So like an investment or an expense that would be like a business expense that you may or may not agree with as a spouse. I think Kimberly Bennett had the first one, samples. That's true. Yeah. And you can spend a lot of money on samples. So we'll go with Kimberly, but these are all really good. Incentives, a new MacBook. Yeah, that came out of business money for sure. Coaching is a really good one. Absolutely. Yeah, that's a big one. Awesome. Okay.
Can I say something about the samples?
Yeah.
Listen, and I think Trina talked about this before one time too, but it's very important though. I mean, I know that's your answer, but I want you guys to understand. Try not to just give everybody for the sake of giving people samples, because you will go broke giving samples to everybody. You have to do a call to action with your business and get people interested in the product until they ask you for something. Only provide samples to people who show interest or ask you for them. Don't tell people you're going to give them samples. Provide the service first, show them what you offer. Remember, we have a 30-day money-back guarantee. Make sure you give them the option to try the product first. And then if they say, I'm really not sure, I wish I could try it, I don't want to go through the whole process, then you say, hey, you know what, would you like to try a sample? Try it that way. Try not to flood people with samples, because 9 times out of 10, they will not use it. It'll sit on their bathroom mantle or their car or their shelf, and they won't use it. Make them ask you for the sample. Don't just give them away. You will go broke.
Yeah, use the 30-day money back guarantee. It's way better. Okay, the next one is, what is the name of the family that started Monat? There you go, Bobby. That was good. Bob and Gabrielle, the Urdaneta family. Yay! Amazing. Okay, this is a good one. Nick really wanted to ask how to pronounce it, but we're going to go with, since we're in the chat, we're going to go with, what does Monat stand for?
You pronounced it wrong.
Monat.
Monat, isn't it?
No? What are you doing?
Well, I would say well, I won't give away the answer here,
Yeah,
It's the
Monat.
three sounds from the two words.
I think we should do a reel collectively as couples and try to get our spouse to actually say Monat. Okay, so the first one is Sahana. Congratulations, Modern Nature. Yes, Megan's like, I can't spell it. Modern Nature for Sahana. So yay. Okay, the next one is what annual trip is typically the first trip earned for newer market partners and usually happens in April? Where are we going in April? You guys are fast. Reunion, Kim and Rick. Yay! Congratulations, guys. You're in the draw. So reunion in Vegas. It's our reunion trip, but yeah, it's a Vegas trip. So that counts. We'll take it. Okay, number 7. What do we call our business changing annual convention that takes place in September? This year at St. Louis. Another incredible investment for your business, and it's and you can bring your spouse to it if you want. I think it's a pretty big deal I think it's pretty awesome for them to see. Sahana got that one too.
No way the men are typing.
Yeah, right?
I can't type either.
I am trying my best here.
Sahana, is your husband with you?
I'm not going any faster.
Okay, awesome. Okay, oh, there he is. Hi. I just wanted to see your face. Nice to meet you. Amazing.
Also, get that cat off your keyboard.
I know.
He's too shy.
Oh, it's awesome. Okay, perfect. So number 8 is, do you have to actively sell shampoo to support your partner? What is something else that you can do to help? Or, sorry, you don't have to actively sell shampoo. What's the dishes? There you go, Jen. Dishes, promote, clean, Monat gear, samples. Yeah, awesome. So we'll go with dishes. So Jen and Joey are in there. Definitely do the dishes. That's very big help.
Remember, some people's skills are a little bit different. So not all guys have to do the dishes.
That's true.
Okay?
I know.
Dishes, laundry, you don't have to do that. Taking out the garbage, you don't have to. But
No, it's all I
you
ask.
do the accounting and the sales
Dishes.
coaching and the training. You don't have to do those other things.
I don't care about anything else, just the dishes.
Yeah, Dave, when was the last time you did the dishes? Do you do the dishes in your house?
I cook,
He
I do
does.
dishes, I take out the garbage sometimes. I pick the kids up from school, drop the kids off to school. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
That's pretty
She
good.
she does everything else.
We're pretty 50-50.
That's awesome.
What else is
Yeah.
I
there?
do a lot of blue jobs, though, I will say.
Blue jobs,
Yeah, that's boy jobs.
boy jobs. What do you mean boy jobs?
Dave are busy.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, Jen's last answer was pretty close to the next question, but I wanted to ask one thing that Jeremy does to help Trina in her business. We're gonna go with next, not dishes. Oh, photos. Who said photos?
Allie and
Allie and
Allison,
Devin.
Yeah.
Photos, real, yeah, awesome. Oh, Jeremy, look at you. You do a lot of things. Good job. All right, so Allie and Devin said photos right after the dishes one.
I think it was,
Wasn't it?
oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know when the next one started.
I know,
Okay.
me neither. That's why I was going
Look
after.
at this.
Mail?
He mails things.
Yeah, he does. No, that was for the other question.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, okay. They were a little too similar. My bad planning. Sorry about that. I'm not as good
A
at
bunch of
trivia
stuff.
questions as Trina is. Yes, he does mail. Okay, so the last one is what color? I feel like this is a guy. I mean, guys like cars, right? I think. What color are the cars that we can earn with Monat? Look at those. Green. That's awesome. I'd love to see a green Cadillac. I will go to that party, Amanda.
He said it before the question was asked.
It's just my favorite color, so I figured to do it. Money green, money green.
Blame it on the cat, Russell.
That's awesome. So yeah, we can earn white cars. So white Cadillacs in North America and white Land Rovers and Jaguars in the UK and Australia. And so that was Kim and Rick that hit white first. So yay. All right, so now I think Trina has the names in a wheel.
The wheel of Monat.
All right.
What are we gonna draw for first?
Oh yeah. Maybe we'll do like hat, beer, hat.
Sure, hat, beer, hat, sure.
No, sorry.
Diana made them today.
Diana made those?
Aren't they so
Well, I
nice?
didn't make them myself. I made them, I got a store to make them.
All right, the first
She
one.
stitched it all day.
Wow.
Yeah, I stitched it with my hand.
All day long.
That's an IPA if you sell those hats for $15.
Kimberly Bennett.
Kimberly Bennett. Yay, Kim. Congratulations. Awesome. And the next one is the beer gift card or brewery.
Say that again.
Brewery.
Brewery.
Russell's like me.
Look at Russell's beard. It's screaming for that beer.
Robin, Gabrielle.
Oh, yay. They like beer. Yay. Congratulations, guys.
Okay, and another hat.
Yeah.
Last one. It's like Sahana and I'm sorry, I can't.
Hannah, how do you
see.
pronounce your husband's last name?
It's
Funny
Bharat.
when it's nice for me.
Bharat.
She's
Bharat?
All right.
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
Awesome.
Thank you. Congratulations. He's going to look off
Thank
a
you.
minute.
Thank you.
Perfect. Yay.
All right.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the fun
Yeah.
night.
Yeah. I have to do
That
this
was
again.
really fun. Definitely
Yep.
do it again. I think this is great. We should do this like quarterly.
I think so too. And there is a guys thing, Dave. Like you guys have a chat. I know Nick was in.
Yeah.
They're not Monat, like
So-
not super appropriate for real life. I feel. But
Well,
I
no.
think
So
they'll
there's
fun more.
there's one. It's the men of Monat who used to chat, but now just make fun of each other and throw up dirty memes. But there's another legit one.
But hey, some people might want to be a part of that one. That's the one
Nobody
I
wants
would
to be
wanna
a part of that one. We kick people out of that one. I don't even look at it anymore because I get in trouble if I open the page. But there is another one, and what I'll do is anyone who's on here, I'll send actually, are you on that one, Nick, with Jay Traylor?
No, he was in Dirty Meme one, and then he left.
Yeah, so
no, I'm not on one.
Yes, all the guys that want to be a part of it, message Dave and he will add you.
Yeah, I'll get you added on there, and there's like now I think there's over 1,000 guys that are on it here now.
It's great, you guys.
Yeah,
just get a part of the culture, and
if I can say
first step.
the last thing to say at the end of the day, any of you guys, and we talked about this with Diana the other day in our training. If you get 2 Monations, all right, if you can see the energy, if you can feel what the business is offering, if you can see the opportunity, the place to do it is at Monations. If you can make it a point, because this will show you the culture, it'll show you the people, it'll show you the product. And I'm telling you, that's what I really, like, I've seen some of it, but that's what really adapted me into the business, because I knew it was something bigger than just a pyramid scheme or a multi-level marketing company. It really is a great business. It's a great compensation plan. There's opportunity for anyone who wants to put their head down and work. You work better as a couple, get there and enjoy the excitement together.
I will say this, if you've come on this call, you clearly are supportive and you want to do more. And a lot of people think Monations is just for us, or I'm an MMB, or I'm an AMM, or an no, Monations is for anybody, market partner and up. And if you're on this call with your spouse and you plan 1 or 2 vacations a year as a couple, maybe consider doing that as your spouse trip. Maybe you don't go to the Dominican together.
Hold on.
Hold
on. No, you're not going to go to St. Louis instead of Dominican.
Yeah.
But you want to go to St. Louis, make it a separate business opportunity.
But I know it sucks. I know it sounds crazy, but think about the benefit. Think about what that could turn into. Small sacrifices now for huge payout later. So yeah, you don't go to Cuba for that all-inclusive resort, that romantic week getaway. You spend 3 days in St. Louis together, and it could change your future. I mean it, you guys. It really could.
And if you're lucky, your wife will get COVID while you're there, and you can leave her there for 14 days and come home and have the whole house to yourself.
That's Nick wanted me to do that as one of the trivia questions. He's like, one of the questions could be how long Amanda stayed in Dominican for.
Not long enough, let me tell you.
Wasn't it like a month?
28 days.
Jeez.
Oh, Amanda. Amazing. You guys are awesome. Well, I hope to see you guys all at events, and we'll do this again. Vegas is coming up. I won't be there, sadly, because, this situation.
Should take a vote. Should I go without her?
Nick wants to go without me, so maybe he can go with Devin. And it seems like he's looking for a golfing partner. So
I can drive the cart. I won't golf.
I can drink the beer.
Nick can take your place, Diana. I mean, it's a free trip.
I mean, I feel like, nah, he's staying home.
Look.
I'm just kidding. If I can't go, no, I'm just kidding. We'll see.
Oh, man.
Well, you see how it works? That's teamwork.
Double standards.
Apparently you're staying home and you're on the pink duty.
Yeah. Oh.
You have pink, you have the color pink jobs. Like Amanda says, she only does blue jobs.
They're all blue jobs.
They're all blue jobs in our house.
Listen, Diana, thanks for having us on. We really appreciate it.
Guys.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Bye, guys. Thank you so
Bye,
much
everybody.
for being here. It's so nice to see all your faces. Bye.
Bye.
Good night.